Well, hey, good evening, Full Gospel Temple family and friends. Pastor Chris, I'm coming to you live from the office, and I want to share with you a devotional, and it's our prayer time, and I'm not sure if anyone is going to be joining the prayer time tonight or not, which is okay. I still want to share the devotional online at least, and then if we get some people joining online for prayer, that would be great. I am going to be doing the devotional time online, and then once that's done, we'll transition to the prayer time offline, but I want to share the devotional online. And just if anyone tried to join the meeting earlier, I apologize. Right at 6:59, when I was about to go to go live, and I'd already had the meeting set up and organized, my computer decided to crash and said it's encountered a problem and it needs to shut down. So I rebooted. I got everything back up and running, and here we go. And so I want to share this devotional with you, and then I want to share a song with you afterward. And the devotional is based on a proverb and a story that highlights the importance of the proverb. And this is a proverb that all of you should know. Many of you will know. Many of you will know by memory before I even share it. And it's Proverbs chapter 3. And you're already thinking verses 5 and 6 probably, and you're correct if you were thinking that. And it says this: trust in the Lord with all your heart, and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct your paths. Trust in the Lord with all your heart, acknowledge him in all your ways, and he'll give you guidance. And I want to talk about the importance of excuse me, I want to talk about the importance of doing that, acknowledging God in all of our ways, because, I'm going to be one to admit now that sometimes I don't acknowledge God in all of my ways. Sometimes I just figure I know what I'm doing and I can get things done, and I don't need to acknowledge God in this. I know how to handle this situation. And but the scriptures say to acknowledge God in everything. And there's a story in the Old Testament that I want to go to and show you of one of the kings of Judah who did not acknowledge God in everything, and it had serious consequences. And I think sometimes when we don't acknowledge God in all of our ways, some of our ways turn out to be somewhat disastrous sometimes, or at the very least not the best outcome that we could have hoped for. And in the case of this king, it had some pretty serious consequences. And I'm looking at 2 Chronicles chapter 15 and 2 Chronicles chapter 16. And it's the story of Asa, who was the king of Judah. And I'm going to begin at chapter 15. And I'm talking about an instance in his life when he didn't acknowledge God. And the implication from the story is that it could very well have cost him his life. And so I'm going to read beginning at verse 1. It says, "The Spirit of God came upon Azariah, the son of Obed. And he went out to meet Asa and said to him, 'Hear me, Asa, and all of Judah and Benjamin. The Lord is with you while you are with him. If you seek him, he will be found by you. But if you forsake him, he will forsake you.'" And this was a warning that was given. And Asa didn't end up heeding this warning. In chapter 16, he makes a treaty with the nation of Syria. And then because he made a treaty with the nation of Syria in order to help defend his nation against war, a prophet came to him and rebuked him for not trusting in the Lord. And I'll just start at verse 7 of chapter 16 now. It says, "At that time Hanani the seer came to Asa, king of Judah, and said to him, 'Because you have relied on the king of Syria, and have not relied,'" here's the key, "'on the Lord your God,'" or in other words, he didn't acknowledge God in this particular circumstance, and I'll let you read the context of that. "But because you have relied on the king of Syria, and have not relied on the Lord your God, therefore the army of the king of Syria has escaped your hand. Were the Ethiopians and the Lubim not a huge army with very many chariots and horsemen? Yet because you relied on the Lord, he delivered them into your hand. For the eyes of the Lord run to and fro throughout the whole earth to show himself strong on behalf of those whose heart is loyal to him. In this you have done foolishly, therefore from now on you shall have wars. And it says Asa was angry with the prophet, or with the seer, and he actually put him in prison. He was so mad at him. And but then it says this, and I want you to hear what it says. Remember, we're talking about acknowledging God in everything, including him in everything. And then it says he'll direct our paths. For Asa, he was told that if you seek the Lord, he'll be found by you. But if you forsake him, he'll forsake you. Another way of saying it, really. And then it says this in 2 Chronicles 16, verse 11. Note that the acts of Asa, first and last, are indeed written in the book of the kings of Judah and Israel. And in the 39th year of his reign, Asa became diseased in his feet, and his malady was severe. Possibly got an infection and maybe gangrene, something like that set in, but it was a severe thing that was taking place. And it says, yet in his disease he did not seek the Lord, but only the physicians. And so he died in the 41st year of his reign because of this disease in his feet. And I want you to see that he did not seek the Lord, but he only sought the physicians. And there's nothing wrong with seeking physicians. There's nothing wrong with going to the doctor. There's nothing wrong with trying to find out what's wrong and get healthy. But the problem with Asa was he didn't acknowledge God in all of his ways. He got upset with the prophet, probably upset and angry with God as a result, didn't seek the Lord, but only the physicians, and he died. And the implication there is that perhaps had he sought the Lord along with the physicians, that the outcome would have been much, much different. I want to encourage you in what you are going through right now. And we're all going through the same stuff together with COVID-19, but it's had different different ramifications for different people. But regardless of what's going on in your particular circumstance, acknowledge the Lord and seek his guidance and seek his help, and he will help you. And the results are going to be much better with God than without God. And so that's my encouragement for you today, to acknowledge God in all your ways. Now, I want to play a song for you. No one has joined me on the prayer time tonight, so that's okay. We'll try again next Wednesday night. But I want to play this song to you because on Sunday, I've got a special guest who's done a pre-recorded set of worship for me. He's my good buddy, Dan McCauley. I went to Bible school with Dan, and gifted worship leader, and I requested that this song be played as a part of his set. It's a song that I have done myself a bunch of different times, and so some of you who have been under my ministry might know the song or might recognize the song, but it's one that Dan wrote, and the song is called Amazing, and I think the song is amazing. And he's going to sing this song on Sunday as a part of the set for us. And just at the close of this devotion, I wanted to show you this video. It's just awesome, and this is my buddy Dan singing his song Amazing, which you will also hear on Sunday as a part of our set. And again, thanks, Dan, for taking the time to do that for us, and we're looking forward to having you lead us in worship on Sunday morning. So here is Dan, and enjoy this, everybody. This song will minister to you and bless your heart, so enjoy. Okay, so I just realized the song wasn't playing very good there. So what I'm going to do, I'm not sure what happened, a hiccup with my audio. Perhaps one of the reasons why my my computer shut down earlier. It was working earlier, but what I'll do is I'll share the video to the Facebook page so that you can see it there. Technical difficulties when you're live, you go with what happens. So anyway, sorry about that, guys, but I'll share the video and listen to it. It's going to bless you, and he'll be leading worship with us on Sunday. So have a great night, everybody. God bless you. We'll see you again at some point soon.